got two trends I'm seeing lately, and they're kind of related, but not. One, a neighbor of mine, she knew I was a PT. She reached out Friday, walking to school, and she's like, "Hey, so I've got this pain, da da da. What do you think?" And fortunately, outside hip pain, that's something that's really common with moms, especially moms who are runners, especially moms who are runners who don't strength train, because we're too busy telling ourselves, well, we didn't have to do it in our 20s. Why should we have to do it now? And we're too busy to do it now. And the moral of that story is, because we didn't do it in our 20s, we must do it now. But also putting kind of the filter over it, understanding where we are in age and stage, and understanding that in perimenopause and menopause, we've got to pay attention to estrogen, because there's estrogen receptors in these tendons. And so if you have lateral hip pain and gluteal tendinopathy, you need to be thinking about this. So anyway, really, really, really long story short, she waited like 2 months to finally say something. And I think she even skipped a race that she was going to do. And it kind of just made me sad, because I'm like, I wish you just asked me sooner. I know you're not, you don't want to be a pain, but like, we gaslight ourselves. And we're like, oh, we'll just give it another week. It'll get better. And we do that with so many of our symptoms. And I was listening to the Choose Strong podcast with Sally McRae and her husband. And he was talking about how he had like pinky numbness, and he has a nerve impingement, and he'd been trying to train for a marathon, and he'd like sucked it up for a really long time. He did go to a PT, and they gave him a couple exercises, so he's been doing them, but they haven't changed anything. And now he's like, oh, well, it hasn't been 90 days yet, so I'll give it another couple days to, just see if my body's going to heal up. It drives me bananas, all of these things. One, because he actually did go try to get help. If what somebody gives you doesn't help, then go back and be like, no, it didn't work. Let's try something else. And with his pinky being numb, like, it's very clearly C7. Like, let's just be honest about this. Me, the pelvic floor PT, come on, I know this. This is like basic PT 101. And I kind of wanted to just message them and be like, dude, you got a shitty PT. I'm sorry. So we're in this really weird spot where we wait a really long time to get help. And sometimes it's just the simple things, or just kind of understanding what's going on. Or we actually go get help, and then we go in with the best of intentions and don't get good advice. And we think we're doing everything that we should. And really, it's just bad advice. So it's such a struggle to see people that always have the best of intentions. Like, we think our body will heal, but we don't understand that you can't heal hormones. We don't understand that things aren't going to heal. A tendinopathy is not going to heal if you keep pissing off the structures or not actually get them strong or things like that. And these are all like really basic concepts that a good physical therapist should know. And this translates across to pelvic health, same deal. Like, oh, I did Kegels and it didn't make my prolapse symptoms any better. Oops, I guess that's it. And I guess the moral of the story is, in all of this, get help soon, ask for help soon. But if you're finding that what somebody gives you is not making things any better, it's okay to ask for another opinion. It's okay not to just say to yourself, oh, I tried, because one size does not fit all. You may be seeing somebody that just knows very basic stuff. And basic stuff is not what you need. And I don't know how many different ways to say it without sounding like a bitch, because I feel this way about my parents too. I'm trying to find them a PT. I'm like, you can't just go to anybody. You need to go to somebody that I know. And I can't be the only profession that kind of feels that way about the work that I do. It's like, you'd love that everybody was the same quality, and it's just not. So in summary, if you're having a problem, ask sooner than later. If you're not progressing, feel free to change and find somebody and keep pushing for answers. And if you're a provider and hearing this, if you have a patient that disappears off your schedule after like 1 or 2 visits, please call them and ask them why, because you're probably assuming that they're all better, and maybe they're not. Maybe they're like, oh, you were a really nice person and you gave me things to do and I'm not better, and oh, I guess it's my fault. Like, we just totally gaslight ourselves. So that is my hope for 2024, is that providers step up and recognize when they need to do more, and that people feel a little bit more agency to step up and ask for what they need. Trust me, you're not bothering us. And if you tell us that what we're doing is not helping you, that challenges us to do better. If we don't hear anything, we assume that we're awesome. And it's not a bad thing to hear if what we're giving you is not helping, because that's going to give us impetus to change. I know I hate it when somebody tells me that, and it puts a fire under my ass and makes me want to do better. So that's my wish for Christmas, holiday season, 2024, whatever. Okay, so tell me, do either of those situations sound familiar? Have you gone and out of good intentions did what they told you to do and things didn't get better? Or did you just wait how long to finally ask for help, and just convince yourself that, oh, I should be able to do fine. It's all good, and it's not. So, DM me, let me know.